Hi folks, Mel here. I'm going to come again today with another card tutorial. This one is the tri-fold shutter card. These are one of my very first interactive cards I ever made 2 years ago, and I'm in love with them and I love to make them all the time. So this is how it looks, just like this. It folds in amongst itself and then it sits up. Super cute card, and I am using the Doodlebug collection, Cream and Sugar from Country Craft Creations. This is a design team project and also a design team tutorial, but of course YouTube free for the world. I hope everybody participates and makes one. There's a whole bunch of tutorials on these, and they all come in different shapes and sizes. This one in particular is 4x7, and I'm actually going to show how to make a 5.5 by 4.25 inch one. So first thing you're going to need is a 12x12 piece of cardstock, as usual, and you're going to cut it at 5.5 inches, just like this. And you're going to take your cutter. So this one's already pre-done, so I'm just going to actually just share with you how I do it. You're going to take your cutter and you're going to put it in at 1.5 inches, and then you're going to take it from the 2-inch mark to the 10-inch mark and cut. Okay, and you're going to fold it over. You can do the same thing, 1.5, and you're going to go from the 2-inch mark to the 10-inch mark. Now your cutting is done until you're ready to mat your pieces. Next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your scoreboard. Don't mind all of my stuff in here. My stuff's all dirty. I need to clean some goodness. It just shows I craft a lot. Lots of ink stains. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to score, put it in horizontal, and you're going to score at 2, 4, 8, and 10. And your card base is now cut and scored, and it is just that simple. So then you're going to go ahead and you're going to fold so you can see where the fold lines are. I've gotten so used to this now that I don't fold it until I've embellished it. So, and I can show you kind of how I do it. So I've already pre-cut things so that way you don't have to watch me cut things. But I pretty much embellish and mat and do everything first so I can play with it and see what I like and see what it looks like onto the card base before, and then, you know, have all my decorations and everything already ready to go. So then my card base will look something like this without the embellishments. So, but I will show you how to fold it because it actually is easier to fold it if you've never done one of these before. So the first thing is you're going to fold just like this. You're going to fold this guy like this. You're going to fold this one down and this one down and this one out. Does that make sense, folks? So these ones fold, this one folds up, these ones fold down. So your looks like this. I don't know how to say the mountain valley. So then this one, so obviously since that one's a mountain, oh, this is a valley. There we go. So you're going to do the valley fold there. And this one gets folded out and folded out, and these ones get folded in. So when it folds together, it looks like this. And definitely burnish it and you know, really get it good. I'm using heavy cardstock, so with that being said, you definitely want to fold and get all the fold lines really, really, really good before you start decorating it. So now you have your card base, which looks like this. Pretty cool, right? I've scored it so hard that you actually see my score lines inside the centerpiece. That's okay because it's going to be matted and covered anyway. So that is what your card so far should look like. Then you're going to take your matting pieces, and these long strips here are going to be, you can mat them however you see fit, but to give a 1/4 inch all the way around, which I don't on this particular card, you're going to want to do it at 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. And to mat these guys, same thing. So we're just going to go ahead and put this together and glue it all in so you can see my idea of how I wanted to design this card. And then you can see the finished project. It's actually one of the most simplest cards I've ever done. And yes, you can do them in any size. I personally like this size. I did the other one in a 4x7 just because I needed to use some of the cut aparts in the collection. And that's kind of how I go off of making my cards, is I look at the collection that I've been given and I think to myself, if it's too big for this size and too small for this size, let's just make our own size. And that's just how I do it. I don't think cards need to be a specific size necessarily. Now that we have envelope punch boards, we can make our own envelopes and everything. So there's our 2 pieces to start with. I always like to do the middle next. And I am using the art glitter glue from Country Craft Creations store as well. Again, my favorite glue. Love, love, love this glue. And a little goes a really long way when you have that tip. I can't stress this fancy tip enough. It really is awesome. So I like to mat all of these. I actually do them just a 1/8 of an inch smaller than the space, and then I do the other one and mat them, double mat. And that's just my personal preference on this card. I like to really overly do the paper on it because there's so many fun little sections you get to decorate. And these actually don't get seen very much, these little corners, once the card is open. So, and doubling the paper also kind of reinforces it too. It kind of makes it a little bit more sturdy because people are going to open and close this card. So, all right. I feel like I might be catching another cold. I'm telling you, not happy about that. All right, so we're going to go in and mat this corner here as well. And I like how I did the green inward, so I'm going to do the green inward so it looks the same on both sides. Just the way I happened to cut the paper, and it was by accident, and it just happened to work out perfect. So we're just going to do this side. And I'm going to mat the 2 top pieces. And what I picked out of this collection to decorate with is a few of the cut aparts, some of the chipboard elements, and a few stickers. And I fussy cut out actually out of a 12 by 12 one of the images that is going to be on the front of this card. I know it seems like this tutorial is really fast and easy, and it actually is once you build the card. Like I said, 12 inches by 5.5, score 2, 4, 8, 10, and cut inward on both sides in the horizontal position from 1.5 inch all the way down from 2 to 8 inches. Pretty simple. Or 2 to the 10 inch mark, I'm sorry. Okay, so now we have this all matted. I've decided that there's a couple things I want to do to make this really super cute. This is where the sentiment goes. I like to leave it blank, or at least something a little bit softer so they can write their own sentiment. A lot of people put their own sentiments in the middle. I personally prefer not to. I think that that's the only big enough space where people can write something. So I did cut out this little piece of the chipboard element, which was a little banner. I thought that would just set off the little section here. This is going to be for the front of my card, the Sweet XOXO Kiss Me. And I think that will be extremely cute right there. And I think I'm going to glue all these little pieces. So we're just going to glue this to stick it down. I'm not going to pop this up. I thought about it, but then I guess I just kind of changed my mind there. That's okay, because the hearts are going to be popped up anyway. So, okay. So now I'm going to stick this, just wipe off just a little bit of the glue there. And stick this just like that, because it actually fits perfect on that card. Perfect. See what I'm saying? Isn't that adorable? So now that that is on, that's our centerpiece. I've cut out, or the this was out of the cutouts that or no, I'm sorry, this was actually out of the paper that I did cut out, and I put it on foam. It says I love you, and I'm going to stick this on the top panel here and just center it. I think it's really cute. Why not say I love you in a card? And you can pop it up if you want, and it's okay if it's thick. Like I said, you kind of have to make your own envelope anyway. This one says Hugs and Kisses, also popped up on foam. This was fussy cut out as well out of the paper. I kind of been getting down to the nitty-gritty of what I have left of this paper because I'm making the Valentines. So, okay, there's the Hugs and Kisses. I also did some hearts here, and I think I'm going to put these 2 here. I just cut out some, put those on foam as well, and I think I'm just going to put them up and down in the center. I'm going to actually put stickers on those sides, I believe. And I also did the same thing in these blue pieces, and I picked out this sentiment that says So Happy Together, and I'm going to stick that right here on the very end piece. Just glue that down, center it right here in between those 2, and this also enforces it as well when you do that, so it's helpful. Okay. Again, with me and my glue fingers. Thank goodness for erasers. It's pretty awesome. Okay, so I've also cut out just the same corresponding blue, and I'm going to stick one right here kind of opposite of each other, of these hearts like that, and I'm going to stick one right here. Okay, so there's the start to the card. I'm going to go ahead, well, not the start, it's almost finished. I'm going to go ahead and pick out some stickers here, and I think I'm going to stick something here and here. And I really love these cute little strips that say Sweet and XOXO, but there's already Sweet and XOXO in here. So I'm thinking, oh, how about these? These are adorable. Excuse me. I think I'm going to use these little arrows and see if I can't center them. These little arrows are adorable. I'll use 2 different colors on each one. Why not? How cute is that? Arrows there, and I'll do the other ones going upward. So I'll turn it upside down. Shoot, I kind of wish I would have done this sooner, but that's okay. Good thing about this is you can do this with the card, so make sure I did this right. There we go. Put this one right here. Okay, and maybe I'll use a blue one on this side as well. Oh, I think I did that one a little too low. Slowly move it. There we go. Okay, now our card is complete. I think it is super stinking cute. I think I might maybe put a little sticker here. I have some cute little stickers still in the collection, just little tiny ones with smiley faces, but look how darling that turned out. And now you have room for a sentiment, and it is seriously a really simple card to make. I really like how it just folds out and easels like that. Isn't that just darling, folks? So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I hope you guys make these. These are a lot of fun, and they're very interactive, and yeah, you just open and climb. They're just so fun. Every guy that I've ever gifted one of these to, like my stepdad and my brothers, they just love this card because it's so interactive. So super fun. I'm glad I was able to share this with you today, folks, and I hope you all have a blessed day. And stay tuned for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Operation Valentine's card day. So, all right, folks, I'll be back shortly.